Hello and welcome to Learn English with Podcast. I'm Emma.
And I'm Adam. Welcome back. Today, we are discussing a skill that is incredibly difficult, but absolutely essential for your mental health and productivity. We're talking about the art of saying no.
Oh, Adam, this hits close to home. Saying no is so hard. When someone asks me for a favour, my brain wants to say no, but my mouth automatically says, yes, of course, I'd love to help.
You are not alone, Emma. Many people struggle with this because they want to be helpful and liked. But before we explore why we should say no more often, I have today's quiz question for you.
Let's hear it. I hope it's not too difficult today.
Don't worry. Psychologists have studied why humans find it so hard to refuse requests. According to research, what is the main psychological reason most people avoid saying no? Is it A, fear of missing out, FOMO, B, fear of rejection or social conflict, C, lack of time to think?
I always feel like if I say no, people will think I'm mean and they won't like me anymore. So I'll choose B, fear of rejection.
A very thoughtful choice, Emma. We'll see if you are right at the end of the program.
Great. Now, Adam, let's look at why saying yes to everything is actually dangerous. There is a specific term for people who constantly try to please everyone else at their own expense. They are called people pleasers.
Exactly. A people pleaser is someone who cares so much about what others think that they sacrifice their own time, energy, and happiness just to make others comfortable.
And the problem is, when you say yes to someone else's request, you are automatically saying no to something else, like your own rest, your family, or your own goals, like studying English.
That is a huge point, Emma. If you say yes to every project at work or every social invitation, you become overcommitted.
Overcommitted. That means having accepted too many tasks or responsibilities, so you don't have enough time for any of them. You feel completely overwhelmed.
Yes, and to protect ourselves from this, we need to establish boundaries. In psychology, boundaries are the limitations we set with other people. They define what we are comfortable with and what we are not.
Setting boundaries sounds simple, but it feels so uncomfortable. How can we do it without sounding rude? Because nobody wants to be the office bad guy.
Well, the secret is that you can politely decline. To politely decline means to say no in a kind, respectful, but firm way. You don't need to give a long, dramatic excuse. A simple, I'd love to help, but I don't have the capacity right now, is perfect.
I don't have the capacity. I like that phrase. It focuses on your available time, not on the person asking. It helps you prioritize your life.
Exactly. To prioritize means to decide which tasks are the most important, so you can deal with them first.
So, if learning English is your priority, you have to say no to scrolling on social media or hanging out with friends every single night.
Exactly. Saying no to the wrong things frees up time to say yes to the right things.
Beautifully said, Adam. Well, time flies when you are learning to protect your time. Let's return to our quiz question.
Yes, I asked you earlier about the main psychological reason why people avoid saying no. You guessed B, fear of rejection or social conflict. And Emma, you are absolutely spot on. The answer is B.
Fantastic. Tell us more.
Well, scientists say that humans evolved in tribes. In ancient times, if the tribe rejected you, your survival was at risk. So, our brain still views saying no as a danger to our social connection. But today, saying no politely won't get you kicked out of the tribe.
That is so comforting to know. It's just an old instinct. Now, let's look at the useful vocabulary we've gathered today.
First, we had people pleaser. This is a person who constantly changes their behavior or says yes just to make other people happy, often neglecting their own needs.
Then we discussed overcommitted. This means having too many duties or promises, leaving you with no free time and lots of stress.
Next was boundaries. These are the emotional or physical limits we set to protect our personal space and time from being disrespected.
We also used the phrase to politely decline, which means to refuse an invitation or request in a courteous, friendly, but definite manner.
And finally, to prioritize, to arrange things in order of importance so that you can focus on the most crucial tasks first.
And that brings us to the end of this episode of Learn English with Podcast.
Remember to practice saying no to distractions today so you can say yes to your English. See you next time.
Bye.